A group of 50 international scientists released a comprehensive new report on the science of climate change that concluded that evidence now leans against global warming resulting from human-related greenhouse gas emissions. According to the study's authors, these are 50 international scientists. We got a consensus here, folks. We have our own little consensus. 50 international scientists. And according to them, the hypothesis of human-caused global warming comes up short not merely of full scientific certainty, but of reasonable certainty or even plausibility. The weight of evidence now leans heavily against the theory of man-made global warming. Of course it does. We simply don't have that kind of power. Even if we were all diabolical and hated the Earth, even if we wanted to melt the Arctic Ocean short of a nuclear detonation, we couldn't do it, and even then we might have trouble. We just don't have this power that the left assigns to us. You know, they're really contradictory about this, because on the one hand, the left tells us that we're no different than rats or any other animal. On the other hand, they tell us that we're so dangerous and so powerful that our existence alone threatens pristine nature. They're all over the board on this. But the science is now documented to be a hoax. And now more and more scientists are signing on not only to the hoax aspect, but they're signing on to the fact that it's not even plausible, this contention, that global warming is caused by man. We're not even talking, is it scientifically proven or provable? It isn't even plausible in science vernacular. They write that we conclude no unambiguous evidence exists for adverse changes to the global environment caused by human-related CO2 emissions. In particular, the cryosphere is not melting at an enhanced rate. Sea level rise is not accelerating. No systematic changes have been documented in evaporation or rainfall, in the magnitude or intensity of extreme meteorological events, and an increased release of methane into the atmosphere from permafrost or sub-seabed gas hydrates is unlikely. The authors also note that forward projections of solar cyclicity imply the next few decades may be marked by global cooling rather than warming. What? These scientists actually factor the sun into all of this? Why, who knew? Yes, global cooling despite continuing CO2 emissions. And these guys, these 50, warn against using imperfect climate models to advocate for a one-size-fits-all climate policy. This paper was produced, the Heartland Institute published it, released it yesterday. Lead authors Craig D. Idso, Robert M. Carter, and S. Fred Singer. They worked with a team of scientists to produce a 1,200-page report that's comprehensive, objective, and faithful to the scientific method. And as I mentioned yesterday, they have to do this because the left puts forth science to document their politics. Because that's all global warming ever has been. Man-made global warming, nothing but a political issue. An opportunity for the left to advance its agenda of bigger government, higher taxes, less freedom, all of that. More control over your life because you're responsible for it. You have to be reined in. You have to be controlled. Left to your natural instincts, you'll destroy everything. The Democrats, they know best. They're going to put rules and laws and taxes into place that will control your natural destructiveness. And they've backed it all up with their science models. Well, the science models are hoax. But the scientists that don't believe this have to then come up with their own science. They just can't stand up and say these guys are wrong. And so more and more of the climate deniers have been documenting their refutation scientifically, all for the UN's IPCC and whatever open-mindedness they might find at the United Nations and in the media.